Hello and welcome to my TED Talk on why it's important to perform knee flexion exercises as a part of your hamstring routine. This is Bartholomew, and he has three hamstring muscles: a semimembranosus, a semitendinosus, and a biceps femoris, which is broken down into a long head and a short head. This is similar to the biceps brachii in your upper arm, which also has two heads. If we remove his glute, we can clearly see that all of these muscles, with the exception of the short head of the biceps femoris, originate on the ischial tuberosity or the sit bone. If we cut away the long head of the biceps femoris, we can more clearly see the short head of the biceps femoris, which originates not at the ischial tuberosity up here, but on the linea aspera of the femur. It's just basically the backside of the femur. This goes down into the biceps femoris tendon, which then will insert into the head of the fibula. Now, why is it important to know this? This muscle here is the only hamstring muscle that does not traverse the hip joint like these other ones do. Let me bring that back into play. Your biceps femoris long head, semitendinosus, and semimembranosus, they all traverse the hip joint by attaching to the ischial tuberosity. This muscle cannot act upon the hip joint because it does not traverse the hip joint. It can only act upon the knee. This means that all muscles in the hamstrings can curl or act in a knee flexion motion, but not all of them can perform hip extension. The short head of the biceps femoris can only perform knee flexion. It cannot perform hip extension. This means that in order to fully work your hamstring muscles, you have to engage in hamstring curls, Nordic curls, something of the like that requires you to bring your heel towards your butt with a resistance against such. The deadlifts and good mornings, they are all great, but they will totally neglect this muscle here